We saw
Hi,
that.
ma'am.
Yes, Amaze.
Can I have like a minute, like 2 minutes?
Okay, all right. Then, then we saw like dyed and dyed fabrics, various types of dyeing techniques of dye and dye, how the knots are made, how in various styles the fabric is tied to create patterns on it, different kinds of patterns on it. Then we saw about two major examples of tie and dye fabrics, okay, of two different states. We saw Patola fabric of Gujarat and Bandhani of Rajasthan, which are two traditional textiles of India made by tie and dye. And then we saw batik. What is batik print? Okay, and we started with printing. In the previous class, we started with printing. Okay, and we'll have to begin with popular methods or techniques of printing. Now, we have in your syllabus, we usually have block printing, okay, screen printing, roller printing, and stencil printing you're not having. So we will talk in detail about block printing, whereas the other three I'll give you a little introduction. Okay, now block printing. Block printing and batik are two traditional printing methods. Here we will learn the details of only one type of printing, that is block printing. Now, block printing. Have you ever gone to a post office and observed letters or parcels being stamped? Have you seen or used stamps before? Like you put it on ink, okay, and stamp it so that the engraved mark or engraved letter or design will come on the like paper. Okay, you've like seen stamps probably, right? Like they do it like this in the ink and then they press it on paper. That is stamp. Now, the stamp is first pressed into an ink pad and then onto the letter or parcel. Block printing is similar to this. Okay, block printing is similar. Here, a wooden block which has a design engraved on it is pressed into a thick dye paste and then stamped onto the fabric. Do not worry if you do not have a wooden block. You can follow the same procedure for printing at home using easily available objects in place of blocks, like vegetables like ladyfinger or onion or gourd. They are like cut and used as a block. If you've like done the activity where kids like in the art class, the teachers tell kids to bring like one ladyfinger, one onion, okay, and then they teach them to dip it like take paint in a palette, okay, dip it like in the ladyfinger, cut the top part of it. It will have a flower-like design, small flower-like design like this. Okay, so it is like dipped in paint from the palette and then it's stamped on the paper. Okay, and similarly, also we like I did this when I was a kid in our art class, and our teachers used to ask us to bring like one ladyfinger, one tomato, one potato, and like potato also. Okay, onion, ladyfinger is there. Then leaves also, various shaped leaves. So what we used to do is take the leaf, paint it green, and then take the leaf and press it on the paper. So the leaf imprint will come, nice design, leaf design will come on the paper. Okay, then flowers with ladyfinger. Then onion also, like some flowers like onion, tulips and all with onion. So that is like done. Okay, so that is like something to do at home. But block printing, they have wooden blocks. Okay, wooden blocks and designs are engraved. Okay, they are like engraved on the wooden blocks. So it's put in paint and then it's pressed on the fabric. So the design will come on the fabric. Okay, this is known as block printing. This is known as block printing. Now, even bowl glasses, leaves and flowers can also be used for printing. Okay, various materials, various things can be used like bowls and glasses and leaves and flowers. Some people paint a flower petal and then press it so it creates the like a shape and the design. So that can be done. Now, you have an activity. To make a block printed article at home, take a few pieces of ladyfinger, onion, and a few leaves to be used as blocks. Spread a 10 by 10 fabric on a flat and padded surface. Pour fabric paints in a small flat container like a color palette. Dip your homemade blocks in paint and press them on the fabric. You can make different designs with the same block by changing its placement. Okay, you can try this activity, okay, at home. Then you have in-text questions. Before that, let's see screen printing. What's screen printing? Let me see if I can find some little bit of an introduction or notes. So it's a stencil-based technique that transfers ink onto a surface through a mesh screen. And the stencil is like created using a photosensitive emulsion, blocks ink from passing through certain areas of the screen, creating the desired image on the substrate. This method allows for creation of bold, vibrant designs on a variety of material. Okay, and like here's a process how it's done. A mesh screen, like made of silk and all, is stretched over a frame. Okay, and a photosensitive emulsion, a paste, a photosensitive solution is applied to the screen. Stencil creation, a design is created on a transparency, often a positive image printed in black. This transparency is placed on top of the coated screen and then it is exposed to light. The light, it hardens the emulsion except in the areas blocked by the design. Okay, the screen is washed to remove the unexposed, unhardened emulsion, revealing the stencil areas where the ink will pass through. The screen is positioned over the substrate and ink is applied to the screen. The printed material is then dried and cured to set the ink. I can, okay. So this is like the screen that is placed, the blue color, okay. The paste, the emulsion, it is there, okay. Squeezy is like, I think the spread that is like used to spread it. Okay. Now only some areas will like the emulsion will set at some areas. Okay. And the stencil like on the rest of the area is like covered and only in some portion it is spread. So when it is removed, the area that is covered would be a design. Okay. And the rest of it would be like a different color or different pattern. Okay, getting a little bit of an idea and then it is washed. Okay, then it is washed. You don't have to like do it in detail because it is not in your course, but still we'll take a look at how it's done. See, the design is covered. See, can you see the design in yellow? Design is there in yellow. Okay. So the rest of the portion will turn into a different color and then design that is there will be left different. It will look like different. Okay, but it's there. It's just that the screen, like a layer is used on top of that to do this process. Okay, you can watch a video later on about it. Is that a video? Then like I've watched this process first time in like um this detail. Okay. We'll take a look at the next one. Hope you understood. Hope you understood how it's done. Okay. Then you have roller printing. No? What's like roller printing?
I think I have an idea.
You have an Okay. Yes. So roller printing, they have a like cylindrical machine or cylindrical roller, okay, which has like designs on it, and then it is like used to print on the fabric. That is used to print on the fabric. Mm, second. Can you see the like rollers? Okay, so with the help of these, roller printing is done with the help of like rollers. Sometimes this is also there. Okay, you can see three different rollers or three different kind of designs. Okay, and the final product that is at the end, the piece of fabric. Okay, how they are like dyeing it using the roller, how they are printing it using the roller. Even this also, okay, roller printing. So it's done by a cylindrical machine or a roller. Okay, that is your roller printing. And the last one is stencil printing. Let's see stencil printing. Okay. This is even done on walls if you've like seen it. Stencil is placed and the roller is done. Then the stencil is placed and the roller is done. So it creates those designs on the walls. Okay. This is like stencil. The like white sheet in his hand is a stencil. And then the paint is applied so the stencil design comes on the fabric. Okay. This is stencil printing. Okay. This is known as stencil printing. Like this is a deer stencil. Okay. So you put the deer stencil, painted deer will deer design. Okay. This is all stencil printing. Look here. The flower stencil is there, it's being removed, and the flower is painted on the fabric beneath. Right? So this is stencil printing.
Is this done with graffiti as well, ma'am?
Say again, Amiss.
They use that stencil kind of paper for graffiti as well, right?
Yeah.
Today? Something like that.
Graffiti. Sometimes it's used in that too. Okay, and then now we have like the popular methods. Now, if a question comes on popular methods of or techniques of printing, if it's a short question, you can write their names: block printing, screen printing, roller printing, and stencil. If it's a long question and it asks that what is printing, give the techniques of printing, Then explain printing in detail. Okay. Explain printing in detail. Explain block printing in detail. Okay. Because you have it in your syllabus. But screen printing, roller printing, stencil printing, write two lines. Okay. Or if you are able to write 3 lines, but block printing you can explain it in 4 to 5 lines. Printing you can explain it in 4 to 5 lines. Then block printing 4 to 5 lines. Screen printing, roller and stencil 2 lines. Okay,
Do
that
we
will be
have
your
to write screen printing, roller printing, and stencil printing?
if the question comes at explain the techniques, then okay, mostly it's like not expected. Okay, it won't come mostly like 97%, 96%. It will not be asked in detail, like explain screen printing, roller stencil. Block printing question can come. A lengthy question will come on block printing. Okay, maybe that explain block printing. What's the process of block printing? Okay, so that can come. Okay, then printing question can come. Dyeing and printing are important topics. Dyeing and printing questions can come. Okay, but if like techniques are asked, then now you have a basic idea. Okay, so if techniques question comes, explain block printing in detail, but like write 1 to 2 lines about screen roller and stencil. Okay, okay. Now, but short can be asked. Short will be asked. The short question can be asked that what are the popular methods or techniques of printing? 2 marks. So write the names: block printing, screen printing, roller printing, stencil. Okay. Okay. Now, Sanganer in Rajasthan, that is near Jaipur, is famous for block printing, and Shanti in West Bengal is known as batik. Okay. Have you like heard Sanganeri print? Sanganeri print, heard the term? No? Okay. It's popular like here, quite popular. Sanganeri print. Okay. Or like Jaipuri print is also popular, like in Rajasthan. Sanganeri print is also popular. That's mostly block printing. Sanganeri prints are mostly block printing. Okay. Now, all right, we have finished with this chapter. Let's check out in text questions 11.3. Vegetable and animal dyes are known as
Natural.
natural. Tyrian purple dye is obtained from
An animal, I think. An animal.
animals.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Natural or animal? Like
I think I remember it was just surprised. It was.
that little snail kind of thing was there, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the snail.
No, that was purple only, no?
Yeah, that was
That
Tyrian purple.
snail, yeah, the snail kind of thing was there.
Yeah.
So that is like our tiring purple. I think gonna be an animal. Just confirm it later, okay? Because natural and animal are like same category.
Yeah.
So that is why. Fiber dyeing is more popular in
Synthetic.
synthetic. And man-made and synthetic is also the same thing.
Yeah, isn't synthetic man-made?
Yes, that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
What are they doing? Like synthetic and man-made is the same thing. Synthetic is only man-made. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then tie and dye is dash dyeing.
Resist.
Resist. At home, fabric can be decorated easily by
I think they tried to say block. Bulk.
yeah, it's block. Okay, this fill in the blanks has some serious issue.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, look at the grid given below, followed by statements. The answer to each statement is in a single word. Fill the words in the grid at its respective number. Chemical treatment given to a fiber, yarn, or fabric to remove yellowing is bleaching. That's given. Can you do 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6
Yep.
right now?
Ma'am,
Yes, Amiz.
what's the second one?
What's the second one? The term used for fabrics that come directly from loom. It's starting with G, right? I'm not sure. Let me just check it. I was thinking ginning, but ginning is a process. It's not a fabric. Oh, okay. It's like gray goods.
Okay.
Done, ma'am.
Done.
But I didn't get the one for the sixth one, the tie and dye technique.
Which one?
The sixth one.
The sixth one. What
I'm
did
done,
you
ma'am.
write for the sixth one?
The what? I didn't get that one.
Oh, you didn't get them.
Yeah.
Amaze, did you do the sixth one?
Yeah.
Okay. Megan, third one.
I wrote chemical finishes.
Chemical finishes, correct.
I was a bit confused. It was chemical finish, but then it's supposed to end on S because the fourth one is starch. So they just
Oh,
didn't add the H there.
then NISH. Yeah. Then then you have the fourth one.
Yep.
What's the fourth one?
Starch.
Starch. Okay. Fifth one, Megan.
I wrote wash and wear.
Wash and wear is correct. And the last one is
I wrote binding.
binding. Yes. Binding is the most common and popular tie and dye. Okay, well done. Now, what have we learned from the chapter? We saw textile finishes. What's the meaning of textile finishes? What is the importance in relation to textiles? What is the classification on the basis of three major categories of classification: basic function, degree of performance, and nature. In the basic finishes, we saw scarring, bleaching, starching, and calendering. In the special finishes, we saw pre-shrinking, mercerization, parchmentization, wash and wear, dyeing, and printing. Okay. Then in dyeing and printing, under dyeing and printing, we saw um, natural and synthetic dyes, stages of application of dye, decorative dyeing, printing, techniques of dyeing. Okay. Now, we have some terminal exercises that people do. What is a textile finish and why is it necessary to apply it on fabric? You can refer to the lesson, but explain it in your own words. What is a textile finish? Yes, Michael. Textile finish. Come on, guys.
It's textile finish is a treatment given to a fabric to change its appearance.
Okay. Okay, yes. Fabric finish is a treatment given to a fabric to change its nature. Okay. Then why is it necessary to apply on fabric? Now you can put many things here. That why is it necessary to apply it on fabric? Such as you can put it gives it a good appearance. Okay, it like becomes easy to maintain the fabric. Okay, maintenance becomes easy, gives a good appearance. Okay, it looks more appealing. Okay, then all of these points you can it like preserves the fabric. Okay, means that it makes the fabric like strong, preserves the fabric. All of those points you can put. Okay, why is it necessary and important? Same thing's gonna be there. Okay? Read it from the lesson and frame your points. Now, how does a gray fabric differ from a finished fabric? What is a gray fabric?
Um, it's when no finish is applied, no finish is on that fabric.
Yes. When no finishes on the fabric, it's just directly coming from the loom and no finish is applied on the fabric. That is gray fabric. How is it different from a fabric which has finish on?
Because
It
that
looks
has
okay. It looks more dull and gray rather than a
Yeah,
finished.
yeah, more dull. Don't write gray.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah. It's just it like looks more dull in appearance compared to the finished fabric. That's right. Amaze. You were saying something?
as kind of the same
Same
thing. Yeah.
same thing. Okay. So gray fabric isn't about the gray color, the color gray, but actually the like dullness. Okay.
Mm,
So color is this color looks dull. Okay, not actually gray, but dull. Okay, so don't write gray, but it looks dull compared to the finished fabric. It looks dull in appearance, okay, dull in color, okay. It's not it doesn't look very like appealing. Okay. So you write make those points and write it. It's like a good question, gray fabric and finished fabric, the difference between it. It's a very good question. Okay, do it nicely. Now describe any two fabric finishes and their application. Do you remember any names of any fabric finishes?
is that
Um,
the teaching?
Bleaching,
Mm,
okay, bleaching, yes.
starching.
Starching, starching, okay. I remember it like this. One finish was there that made the clothes fireproof. One
yeah.
finish was there that made it water resistant.
Uh,
So I like don't exactly remember the names right now, but I remember the application. So also like write the application if you're mentioning starching. Write that starching makes the fabric more stiff. Okay. And if you're writing bleaching, write that bleaching makes the like removes the dullness of the fabric. So you also have to write their application, what they do. Okay, a little bit about that. Okay, how they're applied and what they do. Now, the sewing thread Ritu brought had the label mercerized. Give the advantage of mercerization and explain the process of mercerization to Ritu. Now, what is mercerization?
It was when there was some chemical added to the fabric.
There was some chemical added to the fabric. I think it was sodium hydroxide. Let's just check. Yes, sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide to make it strong, lustrous, and absorbent. Okay, it is treated with sodium hydroxide.
Okay.
Now, mhm. Okay, here we go. Now, what is the advantage? What are the advantages of mercerization? And explain the process of mercerization. Sometimes questions can be asked like this also. They'll give you one particular finish, and they'll ask that what is the process to apply it? What are the advantages? What are the advantages of mercerization? It makes the fabric more lustrous, appealing, and absorbent. Okay, it gives shine to it, makes it more appealing and makes it absorbent, like absorbing the dye. If they're dyed after mercerization, the dye is absorbed well, evenly in the fabric. So those are the advantages. What is the process of mercerization? Go through it today. Okay, the process of mercerization and check it out. Now, dyeing is finishing with color. Explain. A statement is given to you that dyeing is finishing with color. That's the meaning of it.
Means that there is a color. Dyeing is when color is added to a fabric.
Mm-hmm. And
And
just like finishes make the clothes more appealing, okay, makes their appearance, like changes their appearance, okay, makes them look appealing, lustrous, okay, attractive. In the same way, dyeing is also a type of finishing that makes the clothes appealing, okay, changes their appearance, okay, makes them lustrous, attractive, okay. So in that way, dyeing is also a type of finishing. Dyeing is not exactly like a chemical treatment, but the like using various vibrant colors to color a fabric. Okay, that is similar to finishing because it makes the fabric like it enhances the appearance of the fabric. Okay, and that like is the reason. So you have to relate dyeing and finishes, like the work of dyeing and the work of finishing. You have to relate it and form your answer. Okay, okay. We will stop here for today. Question 6, 7, and 8 we will do tomorrow. Now you can check out the terminal exercise answers here. Okay, you're not given terminal exercise answers.
I think it's in
But if you
English.
want, it's in English. Okay. Hmm. So, like, are you all like writing them down? The terminal exercise, since it's not given in home science, are you all writing it and keeping?
Um, no, I
Not really.
haven't.
You haven't. You all haven't. Okay. So I would really suggest you to, because you don't have it in the book. Okay. So when you will study for your exams, you will have to locate every answer again and again. Right now, when you're doing the chapter, I would suggest you either do all of these in your notebook, okay, frame your answers in your notebook, or mark them in the chapter, okay, mark them in the lesson. So when you're studying, okay, I like suggest you study the full chapter, every topic, and then go back to the questions also, and then study question wise. Okay, so like you study the whole chapter, then you study question wise. You'll be able to understand what kind of questions will be formed, okay, what kind of questions can come. So if you are not writing them in your notebook, then mark them in the book. Okay, terminal exercises, mark the answers in the book, like this is answer one, or like where the topics are given in the bracket, small in small, write in the pencil answer one, like that. Okay, if you have a PDF, then do it in edit mode and like write it, answer one small somewhere, mention it like that. Okay, so when you're studying, it will be easy for you to locate the, like when you do terminal exercise, you can easily locate it from the chapter and frame the answers like that. Okay,
Yeah.
but still best is if you write it in notebook, you'll have an idea how to frame the answers. So it's like up to you if you're a writer, if you're a mark it in the book. Okay, but it will be helpful when you are studying for your finals, for the main exams, and NIOS secondary level main exams. That time you won't have to like sit and locate every answer. You're sitting and locating. Okay, it would be a time waste. So that is why.
But are we
Okay,
allowed to do that?
allowed to do what?
Like search for the answer?
Search for the answer? No.
No, yeah.
In the exam, you'll just have a question paper. You don't have anywhere to search. Look, you have to like memorize everything. But when you're studying for the test,
Okay.
that time you will need to look, search for the answer in the chapter and all. So to avoid that, mark them and keep, or write them down and keep the terminal exercises at least.
Yeah.
Okay, objectives we can do easily, no problem. Terminal exercises, write them down and keep, mark them and keep. So finals you're studying, you will have the answers with you. You can just study them easily.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay then. Okay, so that's all for today. And tomorrow is your home science test, and today is your English test. So send the English paper. Do it in the class timing. Okay. And tomorrow English class will be there. Home science test will be there. So I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye. Have a
Bye-bye,
good day.
ma'am. Thank you.
Bye.